This is a test. This is a test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, test. Test, 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 test. Atomic, nice to see you've got the Nightbot working. Very nice, very nice. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back. Got 6 of you watching now. We're here, race 6. We're racing around the ever famous Monza track. We had a great battle here last season, actually, in D2, I think it was, where we saw Vilsek and Pitch Black, who's unfortunately left us, have an absolutely amazing battle for the last 10 laps of this race. Wheel to wheel, almost every single corner. Hopefully we're going to see something like that today again. Like I said, it's an 11 corner circuit, it's a clockwise circuit, and it's pretty much taken at full throttle around 80% of the time. Big chicane, big braking going into turn 1, following through to turn 2. Expect to see a lot of incidents in turn 1 there. Long right-hand around turn 3 at the Curva Grande, and then you come up to the second chicane, 4 and 5, which you can take pretty fast as well. And a lot of people attempting to do dive bombs there will make it a spectacle to watch. Round the 2 Lesmos at 6 and 7, again, really fast right-handers where you don't need to really brake for the first one. Second one, you do need to brake, drop it down a gear and swing it round and get back on the throttle to open up down the back straight all the way into 8, 9 and 10. Really fast chicane through there. It's called Ascari, and again you only need to drop it down 1 or 2 gears and then you power through that, making sure you get a really nice exit out of 10 for the 3rd straight on this track. Going up to turn 11, which is the final corner, it's the Parabolica, and it's a corner where you need to nail the entry and even more nail the exit in order to go down the main straight with maximum top speed. If you get that wrong and someone's within a second behind you, expect to get overtaken. We've got a full grid here today as well. We've got 15 drivers who are going to be racing here today. I'll quickly just give you the lineup so you guys know who's racing. In first place, we've got Jan the Man, who's returned for his 2nd race here in OFR GTS Season 2. We've got Platypus, Martin, Vilsek and Harley rounding out the top 5. Then from 6th down to 15th, we've got Ash, Grim, Astro, Bagpuss, Lika, Castle, Iceman, Racete, Mary and AJ. But we do have a last minute change. Iceman Kimmy, who is currently battling for the championship in GTS Division 1 Season 2, is currently being replaced by his D2 counterpart Tom. That's going to be interesting, and we may see Racete just pull away in the driver champion standings today if he can get a race win. I'd like to know what your guys' predictions are going to be. But today, it's going to be amazing. Looking like we're going to start in around 2 minutes time as well. So I'm just going to mute the mic and make sure the audio's okay. Please bear with us, guys, and thanks for tuning in. So guys, the final has begun. Let me know if the audio is okay, because I have got a new microphone and I'm still trying to get it all calibrated so it's working correctly, but hopefully you guys can hear me. It sounds okay, just turned it on there. Right, so here comes the lineup. Get ready. We've got a full grid, and look how interesting this race is going to be. We've got Jan, Platypus, Martin, Vilsek, Harley, Ash, Grim, Astro, Bagpuss, Lika, Castle, Racete, Mary, Tom, and AJ. Today is going to be absolutely amazing. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Smalley, for letting me know you can hear me okay. Let's get this race going. We're just waiting for the lights now as we see Jan the Man going to be leading from the grid start. Let's see how it goes. Waiting for these lights to turn on. Come on, let's get them. Here we go. That's the green light, and we are away here in OFR Race 6 Division 1 Season 2 GTS. Jan got actually a pretty decent start. He's got Vilsek behind him already, actually. Trying to chase him down into turn 1 right now. Let's ride on board with Vilsek and see if he can get him. He's looking to go around the outside into turn 1. He's broke a little bit later than Jan, but Jan lifted off that brake pedal, and we're turning into turn 1 already. It looks clean so far. Let's jump down the pack and see. We've got almost 3 wide. Astro getting tangled up in 10th place right now. Battling 10th place, sorry, but it looks clean. Everyone has actually pulled away very, very nicely. Mary's currently in last place, second to last. Tom is currently in last place, but everyone got through that pretty clean. So nice to see. We got Rodden Pollux Fishing asking for a podium today. Well, let's hope you can get it. But right now, it's Jan leading in first place, 1 second down the road from Vilsek in second. Both of these guys returning drivers who have missed most of the races this season due to some other commitments, but they are back for the rest of the season, and let's hope they put on a show today. Jan seems to be pulling away slightly here, and Platypus seems to be getting challenged by Harley now as well. There you go, guys. Rodden Pollux versus Buck and Calls. Who's going to come out on top after lap 1? What do you guys think? Platypus is really close, and Harley's looking down the inside. Actually, he's already got the inside line and he's moved ahead. Harley up into third place. It looks like your wishes come true, Rodden Pollux. You have a guy on the podium. Look at him go. Now, Vilsek is actually dropping back a little bit. He's lost the 10th just on that back straight alone. Coming through Ascari now. Again, turns 8, 9 and 10. Need to make sure you nail those apexes perfectly there and get on that throttle as early as possible. Take enough curb as you can on the outside without going too wide. Don't get a penalty and you're looking away. Now, Jan's already picked up a 0.2 second penalty, as you can see there. He'll probably serve that going into the Parabolica coming up. Let's see what he can do. Now, he's braking, he's turning, he's a bit too far behind. He's dropped down to 1.3 seconds now. It looks like he's struggling a bit with the car. Jan's setup must be perfect for this track. And Lika's all the way up to 4th place now as well. We've got a lot of battles going on. It's kind of hard to keep track of what's going on, so I'll just keep an eye on the gaps and let me guys know if you want to see anything. We've got some saying Astro is my hero. Ash is rubbish at snooker. I'm sure he is. Lika is going down the main straight now and he's getting challenged by Platypus. Platypus, the Volkswagen Beetle today of Buck and Cole, seems to have so much speed. We saw this in the special event. We saw this in practice. It just seems to have just too much speed for a Volkswagen Beetle compared to an AMG. Surely that shouldn't be the case, but they have got that setup absolutely nailed, as we see another Rodden Pollux of Grim trying to make a move round the Buck and Calls again. And we've also got Racer Tay, championship leader in Division 1 currently, trying to make his way up the pack. He's currently reclaimed 6th place. He's now going to be challenging for 5th. Let's see what he can do into the hairpin here. He's braking, he's looking down the inside, he's having to avoid because he got outbroke himself. He cuts the corner but still manages to stay in 6th. He's got a long way to go. He's always got a better exit out of turn 5 actually. He could make it into the Lesmos. Let's see if he can do it down the inside. He's got the line and he's ahead up to 5th place already from right near the back. What a drive he is on today. Gonna jump back to 1st place, see how far away he is. He's 1.4 seconds ahead. Jan in that Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab car. Vilsek, returning driver for Spinorama AMG, 2nd place. Harley, Rod and Pollux Fishing doing a solid job in 3rd right now. A lot of the drivers currently on the grid who also race in our Formula 1 league, which takes place on Saturdays and Sundays, they're going to know this track like the back of their hand. They've raced it in every season in OFR so far, and they could probably do it blindfolded. It's tricky to get absolute perfection on this track, but to learn it and not make mistakes is very, very easy, and these guys know how to race. We're not seeing any of the F1 drivers apart from Vilsek currently in the top 3. Lika's another one in P4, and Racer Tay's just good on any racing game, so expect him to make a move on Lika pretty soon as well. Let's see where he is. He's just over a second behind. He may be able to get a nice slipstream down this main straight, but if he can stay within a second, he's just over it at the minute, but you can see it's actually going up a little bit as well, so I think Lika just got a far better exit out of the Parabolica there. Smalley, you're my hero too, don't you worry. And we're going to jump down to 1st place just to see how Jan is getting on currently. In terms of the stops, it's 22 laps. I think everyone's just going to go for a 2-stop here. Yes, that's right. I think they're going to come in on lap 7 and lap 15 and go the distance. A 1-stop, I've been told, is possible. You can take the softs to lap 10, I think, but it's going to be a struggle. And then you could pop on a pair of medium boots and take them to the end of lap 22. That will save you around 11 seconds in a pit stop, but will the tyre wear be too harsh? We don't know, and we're going to have to wait till around lap 7 or 8 to see what goes on there. But Jan, again, currently leading. Now, I'm going to jump all the way down to the back of the pack to see what's going on there. AJ, D2 driver who's reserving, is not having a great day so far. He's usually up there at the top, but he's finding it difficult in his new car. He's actually switched to the Raven West vehicle, moving from Spinorama now. Vilsek has come back. There's a little bit of drama going on there, actually, but you guys are going to have to tune in to our podcast on Friday night around midnight British summertime, or 2300 hours UTC. It's a brand new series. We're starting on Friday, and you're going to get all the inside information coming from some team captains, some division managers, some league admins, some league owners, things like that. It's going to be absolutely epic. The first lineup is going to be myself, Atomic, and Havoc, and then every week following that we're going to have guest appearances from drivers of the week, from team managers, and so on. It's going to be absolutely crazy, so make sure you do tune into that, and we'll post information on our website about that soon as well. Yang currently leads 1.8 seconds from Vilsek, 4.6 6 seconds from his teammate Lika, who has now overtaken Harley to claim 3rd place, and Harley is now getting challenged by Racer Tay. Looking down the inside as they go through the Curva Grande. Oh no, it's the Parabolica, sorry, they're on the main straight already now. Racer Tay is going to pick up a huge slipstream from his teammate Lika here. He could make a double overtake. He's just got ahead of Harley right now, so congratulations. Unlucky that Rodden Pollux is now running in 5th place, but Racer Tay is looking to make a move on his teammate. Is he going to try and outbrake him? No, he's not. They're going to stay in formation, at least for the first sector. Unless Racer Tay can get a better exit out of turn 2 in the chicane. He's actually got a good exit, and here they go around the Curva Grande. If he can sneak behind and just peek his nose out to the left-hand side once they start to turn right, he may be able to take advantage of the toe. There he goes, he's peeking around the left side now. No, he's not. Lika's defending. Racer Tay is going to have the outside line now. Lika's still firmly ahead, however, though. And you can see there, Racer Tay's having to just tap on the brakes a little bit early to make sure he doesn't crash into team captain and teammate Likala. Now, jumping down the field a little bit, we're going to see how 6th place is getting on. It's Grim. He's now got his teammate ahead of him. Expect to see another Rod and Pollux Caterpillar, like they like to call it on this track. We've got Platypus in 7th place currently in that Bottom Calls car. He's doing a pretty good job, actually. And Bagpuss has dropped down a few places, unfortunately. He got his first ever podium last week, which was absolutely amazing to see. He's currently down in 8th place, trying to fend off a battle with Castle, who's also in that Tag Her Phoenix Race Lab. Castle, of course, been with OFR from the very beginning, won the tournament, 1v1 knockout tournament a few weeks ago, really showing his dominance around other drivers in GTS OFR, but he is on the move. I think he's going to make a move on Bagpuss pretty soon. 10th place, we've got the final Rodden Pollux car of Ash Wilson. 11th place, we've got Tom, who's made up a few places now. He's moved up 4 places. Martin Bananas behind him in the Raven West, but the Raven West car is not doing well. They're all running in 12th, 13th and 14th place. Have they made a setup mistake here? I wonder, but it's currently Mary in last place right now, who is another returning driver. Everyone wonders where he's been. I think he had a problem dyeing his hair from ginger to black, and he looked like a tiger, so he just took a few weeks off, but he's back now. Let's see how he gets on. Back up to 1st place, Jan's leading by 1.5, so that means Vilsek's taken out 3/10. We got a lot of guys saying that the Porsche is a really good car. I mean, I really think Tag Here Phoenix Race Lab made a very good decision choosing that Porsche. We ran it the entire Season 1 in GTS. Everyone had the same Porsche car, so they know the inside and outs of that car. And the reason we chose the Porsche is because it was an all-rounder. And it completely, of course, makes sense for them to choose the car that they're comfortable with, that everyone knows, and that it's been proven to be successful. Very clever choice from them, and it's proving to be successful now again. But look at Vilsek. He has managed to bring that gap down to just 0.4 of a second. Has Jan made a mistake? His tyre wear is looking exactly the same as Vilsek's right now. Jan getting really scruffy as he's going through the second Lesmos at turn 7. Might see a move from Vilsek here. Let's see if he can do it. We've got Andrew Cooper saying yes, but it doesn't have straight line speed. Well, let's see what the AMG can do against it now as they're going downhill into Ascari at 8, 9 and 10. Like I said, nail those apexes, Vilsek, and you've got a move on Jan coming. Let's see. Takes a nice amount of inside, kisses the right side there. Takes a bit too much, I would say, but he still manages to get that car rotated. He's managed to stay behind. He's still behind, less than 0.4 of a second. He's going to make an overtake here. Let's watch it. Now, I reckon they've maxed out these cars to be top speed of around 280 kilometers an hour. Would you say that was somewhere correct, guys? I'm not entirely sure. I have had a bit of a setup game with the AMG in Gwen's Boys in D2, but I can't quite remember what we maxed out the top speed to be. But right now, they're doing a pretty decent job. Let's see if Vilsek can make the move. Jump into the onboard now. He's got the speed advantage. You guys are right. It may be the slipstream, but he's got a lot of speed. He's going to carry it into turn 1. I'm going to jump down to Jan now to see if he can perform the outbreak. No, he's tucked in behind him. He's going for the lunge, actually. Is he going to be able to get it turned? He does. He nails the apex, and he takes the inside line as well. Ooh. I'm not sure if he left Vilsek enough space there, but Vilsek's going to have a lot of work to do to make up those 0.6 of a second he just gained on the previous lap. Lika is currently 4 seconds behind in 3rd place, and he's still got Racer Tay right behind him looking to make a move. Let's see if Racer Tay can do this now. Spinorama Boy's going rear bumper to front bumper. He's not overtaking him. He's staying right behind. Surely this isn't going to be team orders. This will be a mistake because Racer Tay needs to extend his gap to Iceman Kimi, who isn't racing today. He needs to pass Lika as soon as possible, but Lika may just have too much speed. Lika is in his prime around these F1 tracks. We know that. He's in his prime around Austria. He's definitely going to be in his prime around Monza. Let's see if Racer Tay can get him. And after this, I'm going to jump back down to 6th place, because you can see on the track map in the top right, everyone is so close to each other in the midfield here. The midfield, there is no back of the pack right now. The midfield is all similar paced. It's fantastic to see. I'm going to jump to it now, actually, just to see how they're getting on. It's 7th place, sorry. It's Platypus leading. Castle's still making an attack on that Block and Cole's car. He's looking to go down the inside at Ascari. He's got the inside line. Platypus has made a mistake, and that has pushed his teammate Bagpuss up into 8th place as well. Bagpuss is going to have a huge slipstream on the back of Castle right now in that Takeo Phoenix Race Lab, coming up the back straight towards the Parabolica. Let's see if he can get it. If he can, he's in for a P7. He's already moved out of the way of the toe. Is now the best place to overtake Bagpuss, or do you want to do it into turn 1 to fend off another attack? He's gonna be ahead, and Castle's gonna get the no, they're side by side. Bagpuss is still behind, and now he's gonna get an absolutely whopping slipstream. If he can tuck him behind, they're still side by side. This is gonna give Platypus a bit of a tow here. These two are gonna be limited by the air in front of them, and it's gonna disrupt the right and left side of these cars. Castle's finally tucked behind. He's gonna peek out to the right just to let Bagpuss get a little bit uneasy. He's peeking now. Is he gonna affect Bagpuss's mental state? No, he is not. Bagpuss has kept that inside line. He's turned it in. He's almost nailed the apex. He's touched that sausage curb slightly, but he's still ahead. Congratulations, Bagpuss. That may have been a little bit cheeky, but I tell you what, we will watch it from Castle's perspective. Let's ride on board of Castle and let's see that replay. So into turn 1 they go. Bagpuss brakes a little bit later. He goes a bit deep into the corner. Ooh, a bit of contact there between them, but I think that's just a racing incident. Bagpuss went wide. Castle went into the back of a returning car. Bagpuss did rejoin me safely, so I think that's the end of that chapter. Now, let's have a look back at the race and let's see what's going on. Oh, we've got a car spun. It's Castle. We called that perfectly. Oh, we've got another car spun as well. Oh no, I've pressed the replay button back, guys. We're about to see what happened there. Let's see. And where are they? They're coming up to the Lesmos. Castle is currently ahead of Platypus. Bagpuss ahead as well. Oh no, they're up into the chicane, 4 and 5. They make it through 5, okay. Oh, Castle touches this gravel. That causes him to oversteer away from the corner. He rejoins unsafely and whacks AJ off the road. So that's AJ who was returning to track there. He's not going to be happy. And Castle is now returned to the track as well. Oof. AJ is definitely not going to be happy with that, and thank God we have a replay function. It's very unlike Castle to make mistakes like that, but let's get back to racing and let's see how these guys get on. We've got a few guys in the pits. We've got Likola and Racete currently in the pits. Let's see who's going to come out ahead, and let's see if these guys are going to play with fuel a little bit. We've got Vilsek in the pits too, actually, and Harley as well. Now, Lika's come out in second, and Vilsek's come out behind him, so Vilsek must have made a bit of a mistake there, or has he fueled for a 2-stopper? No, oh, Lika's put in a bit less fuel actually, so Lika's been a bit cheeky there. Would you look at that? And let's just check Racete's car. Yes, Racete has got the same amount of fuel as Vilsek, so I know for sure these guys are in a party, and for some reason Lika's got about 1 or 2 laps less fuel, and that may have allowed him to jump ahead of these guys. Vilsek is now going to be chasing him down the road. He's 6 tenths behind right now, and I think Vilsek currently has the faster car. We've got an F in the chat, guys, for Castle and AJ. Yep, that was a bit of a mistake from Castle there, a double mistake from Castle, unfortunately, but we know Castle. He's a seasoned racer, he's a good racer at that, and even the best of us can even make mistakes, guys. Let's not forget. Now the pack is separated a little bit. I'm going to jump down to 7th and 8th just to see what's going on here. It's Ash Wilson in that Rod and Pollux fishing car there, getting chased down the road by Tom and Platypus. Tom has actually got ahead of Platypus right there as they go through the first Lesmos. Let's see if they can do it on the second one as well. Yeah, he's still got that inside line. He's going to just sneak back in front of him, disrupt the air to Platypus behind, and he's going to stay ahead. Now Platypus, we know he's got a better speed advantage in a straight line than Tom. We've seen that all throughout this race with competing cars. Let's see if he can do it here. Let's ride on board with him. He's getting a little bit closer, you can see that, but it's just not enough at the minute. But if he can stay within 4 tenths as they get to the Parabolica, we're going to see an overtake on that main straight. Let's see if he can do it. He's currently just peaked above 5 tenths. He's getting a bit scruffy and he's touched the gravel. That's going to affect his speed. He's too far behind. I don't think he's going to be able to make a move right now. So let's jump back up to first place and see what's going on. Jan is finally pitting. He's refueling right now. Let's see if Lika can jump him. I don't think he's going to. They're going to be side by side. Oh, Lika's got him. Oh no. Vilsek's got him too. Racete has got him as well. It's a Spinner Armour 1, 2 and 3 currently. I bet you would have never guessed that before the start of this race. Wow. So, down to 4th place, it's Jan. He's going to be getting challenged from Bagpuss right now. And just to point out, I think Bagpuss is going for that one-stop strategy. Everyone else is pitted lap 7 or 8. Bagpuss is extending his stint. He's going to go for the one-stop. Like I said, you save around 11 seconds. Right, going to jump right to the back of the pack now and see how AJ's getting on. He has pitted, and he might be going to the end as well. You can see he's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Is that? No, it's not enough. He's going to have to two-stop. He's already done one of them, of course, and he's going to go for another one now, but he's currently running down in 15th place. He is not going to be happy with that. Castle, the guy that caused the incident, is currently down in 14th. Astro, 13th place currently. Raven West are not looking comfortable. Look, Martin Bananas as well. That's Raven West in 12th, 13th and 15th. Max, if you're watching the stream, is it a setup issue? What is it? They look so slow around here. 11th place of Ash Wilson. He's just pitted as well, and he's got a long way to go. 2.9 seconds, in fact, if he wants to catch up to the back of Tom and get that final driver standings point. He should be able to do it. I think he's got a bit more pace than Tom, actually, but Mary is all the way up in, let's see, 9th place right now as well, and I don't think he's pitted yet either, but he's doing a far better tyre management than Bagpuss. To be fair, Leakle has now jumped ahead 1.3 seconds of Racer Tay, and Racer Tay has now made an overtake on Vilsack as well. Let's just see where that happened. So, oh, he was already ahead as they started the Parabolica, actually, so he's already got the overtake done. Good job there, Racer Tay, and now he's got Leaker ahead of him, 1 second down the road, but look, he's gaining. He is gaining on him. Now, Jan is still doing a pretty decent job staying close to Vilsack. He's only 1 second at the back currently. Less than a second, actually. He's peaking down to about 9/10. He's actually catching Vilsack, as you can see on the delta there. It's coming around about 100th of a second every mini-sector, which is, it could be due to the toe, or it could just be due to, what, better tyres possibly as well. Let's look at the difference between the tyres. It's not too much. It's got about 1% less wear, Jan does. So I think that's just probably your toe, but he's still gaining on Vilsack. He's now just 7/10 behind. Is Vilsack struggling here? That'll be interesting. I'm going to jump back down to the battle between 7th place as well, because it's got about 2.5 second gap between them. Let's get the one. That's the one I'm looking for. It's Tom trying to make a move on Mary. Tom currently in 10th place, Mary in 9th, and Mary's got a 0.2 second penalty, whilst Tom only has a 0.1. So they're going to have to lift somewhere to serve that penalty. Best place to do it is to just get it done now, going into Ascari, because you can really force your drivers to go wide there if you take that inside line and ease off the throttle to serve your penalty. Let's have a look. Tom has got the overtake done, but are they going to be safe going into the Ascari? Yes, Tom's got the line. Mary did leave enough space. That's very sportsmanlike of him. Well done, running number 13. Maybe he's getting a bit unlucky, who knows. Leaker's still 1.4 seconds ahead currently of Racer Tay, so Leaker doing a pretty decent job out ahead as well. Good job there, Leaker. And just to point out as well, this is actually going to be Leaker's 100th finish for OFR. If he finishes the race, this will be his 100th finish. If he can get first place whilst he's doing it, even better. This guy has been with us even when we used to be called, our previous iteration, let's call it, when we used to be called Formula 1 International Racing. We've come a long way since then, and all of this time he's racing, he's only missed one race. This is going to be his 100th finish. Hopefully he'll get better luck than he did in this Formula 1 Division 1 race yesterday. Racer Tay closing him down though, 1.1 seconds behind. Atomic saying, let's try something, guys. Atomic, I'm always ready to try. Now, Jan has dropped back a little bit of Vilsack now. Vilsack has managed to bring that gap up above 9/10 again. It's just peaked below 9/10 actually, but the slipstream is going to help Jan out a little bit here as well. There you go, 2,000, 3,000, 2,000, 5,000. He's gaining, and that slipstream is giving him a little bit of an advantage here. But Vilsack's going to be able to get more downforce as he goes through those corners. You can just see the line he takes. Jan is just getting disrupted by the lack of air in front of him to help with the downforce, and Vilsack's just pulling away. The gap's now 0.6 of a second though, and again the slipstream is helping Jan out a little bit. These guys are the closest on track, so I'm just going to stick with them for now. And let's see if Jan can do anything on the main straight. Ooh, Atomic's doing a pole right now. Very, very nice. Atomic, just let us know how we can actually vote. That would be good. Rodden Pollock's going with Harley. No, you've got to pick from those 4. It's got to be done. Right, so, let's see. Vilcek is now 8 tenths behind Lieke, and Jan is less than 6 tenths behind as Bagpuss finally comes in. He is definitely on a one-stop strategy. He's going to go 10 laps until the end of the race here. Let's see what he can do with that. I am just going to quickly check what tyres he's putting on, because I am intrigued. They're all in the pits right now, as you can see. Bagpuss has come out on... Oh, it's so hard to find them sometimes using this system. He's in 9th place. Bagpuss has come out on the soft tyre, so he's going to go to the end of the race on this soft tyre, and he's going to have to defend against Martin Bananas into turn 1 currently. He's got the apex, he's nailed the inside at 2, and he's able to pull away. We are getting notification that there is a setup issue with the Raven West, and that's probably what's going on with them right now, because they are not performing as well as they should be. They are usually at least top 7, but something's going on today. Something is going on today. Now, let's look at the gap out ahead. Lieka's got 1.9. Oh, Racetay's made the move. Oh, Racetay's ahead. Oh, is that a mistake from Lieke? Has he got damage? Don't see any damage here. He's sliding through Ascari right now. Vilcek is just 4 tenths behind Lieke. Has Lieke made a mistake somewhere? Because Jan is right behind Vilcek as well, so Lieke could be in some double trouble here. The last thing Lieke wants on his mind is a tag car following him. We know there is serious drama between between Tag and Spinorama. This has been going on for 2 seasons now, and look at this. Vilcek is going to have to defend against Jan right now. Let's see what he can do. We'll ride on board with Jan and check the speed difference as Lieke comes into the pits. That's an early stop. That is a very early stop. Jan's looking down the inside as they go into turn 1. Let's hope these guys can keep it safe. We're getting the 200, 150, 100 meter ball. They both break it around 125. Vilcek's got the inside and Jan shuts the door on him. And Vilcek is now firmly behind. Clever move from Jan there. I wonder if we're going to see a report of that. I don't think so. That was a solid move. Well done, Jan. Up onto 2nd spot of the podium. Tag is back. Jan is back. Vilcek's got a lot to do. He's currently 1.1 seconds behind. And Lieka's down in 6th place currently. Let's see what tyres Lieka's put on. He's put on fresh softs. He'll be able to go to the end on these, but the tyres are going to be very worn compared to the guys out ahead of him. Racetay's currently got a 4-second gap on Jan, so Racetay is definitely going to be leading... extending his lead, in the Drivers' Championship, and we've reached 69 comments. Good job, guys. We've got a poll, we've got a straw poll from Atomic there. Good job, Atomic. I will do my voting now, actually. I have voted, and we'll check at the end of the race to see who is winning that vote. Thanks for doing that. It's really nice to get some more interactiveness going on here in the OFR streams. And Racetay is 4.3 seconds ahead now. Now, going to jump down to around 8th place. It's Ash Wilson in 8th, but there's a big battle going on in, is it 10th place? I can see a big train of drivers somewhere, but now it seems to have just disappeared. Oh, maybe they weren't as close together as we thought they would be. Now, in about a lap's time, we're going to start seeing the second pit stoppers come in for their final stop. Now, of course, there's only 9 laps left of this race, including this one. But we've got a guy in the pits right now, it's Vilcek. So Vilcek's made an early stop as well. Are they trying to jump Jan in the pits here? None of them got damage. We have resorted to light damage because of a few issues going on in a few of the previous races. We will be going back to heavy damage once we know these guys are going to be safe enough to do so. But that is some seriously early pit stops from these guys at Spinorama. What are they doing? A poor timing pit stop from Vilcek as well, because he's now going to have to clear the Rodden Pollock's car of Grin. I'm not sure what's going on with Spinorama right now. Let's check on Jan and see how he's getting on. He's currently got a 0.1 second penalty. He's 14 seconds ahead of Harley. He's going to come out ahead of Vilcek and Lieke right now, but will that fresher tyre strategy help both Vilcek and Lieke closing down in the end? I don't know. Let's check how Racetay's is doing. He's run out of fuel almost as well, so yeah, he's going to be coming into the pits now to make his final stop of the race. I'm surprised the gaps between these guys are so big, but it has actually been a really interesting race so far. The main battles have been going on out ahead, and I'm still not sure where Jan's going to come out here. Let's check Jan's fuel. Jan's got a pit in the next 2 laps for sure as well. So I think Jan's going to secure a P2 here. Let's see if he can get it. So I'll quickly check on that straw poll and see what the current votes are. We've currently got 100% voting for Racer Tay. So Racer Tay has got the most support right now. That is interesting. Racer Tay's in the pits, so that's his final stop getting done now. His tyres are off, his soft tyres are back on, and he's only going to need just 8 laps left of this race. Where is Jan? Jan's now in first place. He's gone down the main straight. Where is Vilsek? That's going to be the question. He's coming around the Parabolica now. Good job, Jan. You're doing a very solid job here, keeping these Spinneramas behind you. But when are you going to pit? Racer Tay's coming out of the pits now, so he's definitely got ahead. I think Vilsek and Lika are in trouble here. I think Jan's going to get his P2, his very well-deserved P2 as well. Really nice moves he's making into turn 1 here. Racer Tay's currently in P2, but let's not forget Jan does have to pit, so he is in provisional first. If he makes one mistake yet, though, this race is going to Jan. That's going to be interesting. Let's quickly see how the guys at the back are getting on. Castle down in 15th place currently. AJ down in 14th place. Mary's got a 1.2 second penalty down in 13th. That's his driver number. And we've also got Platypus in that other Bock & Cole's car currently in 11th place, with Martin rounding out the bottom 5 in 10th currently. The bottom 6, sorry. I can't count today, guys. I'm just going to quickly do let's just say a whole lap until Jan pits with this car. I just want to see what's going on. They're too slow. So let's see. Doesn't look like they've got any issues with the braking. He's turning in a bit too early there. He's early on the throttle. The car looks stable. It doesn't look like it's unstable. Maybe they just have a straight line speed advantage. You can see there he's not adjusting his steering too much. It looks fairly solid. No twitchiness with the steering at all. Let's check his top speed. Now coming down this back straight, you want to be looking at around 250, 260. He's only just reached 250. They have a setup issue. They have a top speed issue here. That's what's going on. Now, Jan is in the pits. Let's jump to Racer Tay and see where he is. So Racer Tay's just past the pit entry right now. Jan is still stationary. Racer Tay is going to be firmly ahead. Jan's pulling away now. And where's Vilsek? He's going to come out ahead of Vilsek. So Jan has done everything he needed to in that early stop by Vilsek and Lika. Again, not sure why they did it. They're currently in 3rd and 4th place. So Vilsek's going to have a battle on his hands if he wants to secure this P2. Otherwise, he's looking like a solid P3 for him. Really interesting. Tom is now in the pits as well. Let's see where he comes out in his pit stop strategy. He's come out ahead of Martin. Martin is just diving into the pits as well. He does have Bagpuss behind him though. Bagpuss on that one stopper. He's still in 9th though, but a few drivers ahead still have to pit. Bagpuss is carrying some serious speed down that main straight there. Oh, Bagpuss might make a move on Tom here. Let's see if he can do it. Racer Tay's currently got 4 votes. Everyone thinks Racer Tay is going to win this race. I believe he's going to as well. The gap's currently 6 seconds. He's pulled away 2 seconds actually on Jan in those pit stops and that final stint. He's doing a really, really decent job right now. I'm going to jump back down to Mary, who's served half a second of his penalty, or maybe he served all of it and he's got another 7:10. Who knows? But he is currently trailing. He's got enough fuel to get to the end of this race as well. So he's had a bit of a lonely race today. He's had a pretty lonely race. Going to jump back up to Vilsek in 3rd just to see if he's gaining. Oh, he is gaining. Vilsek 7/10 behind Jan right now. If he can get that to less than 5, we're about to see an overtake, guys. Let's see if he can do it. He's turning in, and he's less than 5/10. He's gone a little bit wide at the Parabolica, though. He needs to make it more tidy, but so did Jan. Let's jump to the onboard, and let's see if he can take advantage of his straight line speed. He's gaining on him already. He's about only 10 metres behind currently. Let's just quickly check the speed advantage. Jan is currently saying he's in 2nd place. He's going around 250 miles an hour. Vilsek has got 260 kilometers per hour. Sorry, he's got the speed advantage. He's got the overtake. Now, can Jan do that amazing defense again? Oh, he's hit the back of him. Oh, no. Vilsek's... Oh, where's he gone? We're going to have to watch a replay on that, guys, because I don't know whose fault that was. Let's see. I don't know. I think that's Jan. Let's just watch it one more time, because I think what happened here, Vilsek has got the inside and Vilsek brakes, then Jan moves to the right hand side of the track. One more time. Again, I'd love to know your guys' opinions here. Did Jan move to the right here? He did. You can see his steering. He's moving to the right. He's moved to the right, sorry, and he's punted him off the road. You can see the steering input. Oh no. Spin, I'm not going to be happy with that. Vilsek is now currently behind Liekler. Vilsek's not going to be happy, but he still has damage, but that should disappear within a few corners. Let's have a look. He's still flashing red on the rear. He's still flashing. He's losing out to Liekler currently. Look at that. Oh, sorry. We're still in the replay. Oh my goodness. There we go. He's 2 seconds behind Liekler right now. He's still got a flashing rear bumper. I thought we had light damage. Is Jan still got flashing front bumper? Yes, he does. I thought this would have been clear right now. Guys, let me know. Does light damage clear eventually, or are these guys going to have to sport this for the rest of the race? I don't know. Oof, I don't know. Now, let's see how Vilsek's getting on. He's 2.1 seconds behind. He's still got a flashing rear bumper. He's not going to be happy. I'm sure they're all fuming inside Spinorama right now. Max says light damage clears eventually. Thanks, Max. Yeah, I needed that info, so it should disappear soon then. I just wonder how long. Racetay's currently got a 10-second lead. He's going to be extending his championship points. Now, guys, I also just want to bring your attention quickly to the team standings whilst we get to the final part of this race. Whilst we're in GTS, where are the driver standings? Just give me a second. Sorry about this. Here we are. The team standings are currently looking like this. Spinorama is on 179 points. Tag is on 167. Spin are going to pull away in the team standings this season as well, because they're currently finishing first, second, and third. I reckon after penalties. I don't want to preempt anything. I'm just giving my own opinion here, but they're going to be looking at around an extra 24, 25 points here to extend that gap between Spin. Tag, sorry, that's amazing. They're going to be extremely happy with the result of this race, even though there was a major incident there. Now, Vilsek is actually dropping back. He still has rear bumper damage. I think this is affecting the rear of his car, because he's dropping down behind Liekler. He's 3.4 seconds behind currently. He's not going to be happy with this at all. Oof, let's see what's going on a bit further down the pack. We've got a bit of a gap there, Oh, we've got a bit of a battle going on here. 9th place all the way up to 7th, is that? Yeah. We've got a 4-car train currently, but we might see some action towards the end of this race. Let's wait and see. We're quickly going to check on the stream to see how you guys are getting on. Yeah, people are saying that I think he went for the switchback and just didn't... outbroke himself and whacked Vilsek off the road. Yeah, I think that's what happened too. We've got Andrew Cooper saying that it looks like Vilsek's braked early. I don't think he did, to be honest. I think I've still got the replay as well, actually. I think he braked at the 125. Let's have a look at his brake lights. Oh, we missed them there. No, he broke at the 125. That's the usual place to brake. Oh, and it put him right back here. That's what happened. And that allowed Liekler to get ahead. Totally get it now. That's why he's so far behind. He's currently 5 seconds behind, and he still has a flashing rear bumper. He's going to be so annoyed with this race result here. But Liekler's going to get his 100th finish, provisionally on 3rd, but I reckon he's going to get P2. Adrian Slim, who are you? He's saying he can't say goodbye to the championship, but I wonder who you might be in OFR. let me know. Race Tay is currently 12 seconds ahead, and he's coming up to the final 3 laps of this race, 20, 21 and 22. A nice comfortable advantage. He can even pit if he wants to. He's currently got a fastest lap, a 1:46.941. He got that on lap 17. He is absolutely flying right now. Ah, it's Iceman Kimmy. Ah, hello Iceman, good to have you here. Yeah, it's unfortunate that you couldn't make it today. Tom's doing a pretty decent job for your team there. Look at Tom go in 7th place. He's currently having a big battle with Grim in the Rod and Pollock's car, actually. Let's see how these two are getting on. Going side by side at the Parabolica. Grim's going to sneak in behind, but he's going to get a huge slipstream as he's going down the main straight right now. He's still behind. He's looking to make a move. Let's see if he can do it. He switches to the left-hand side of the track. That's going to be the outside. He's not got the speed advantage he wants currently. He's still behind Tom as well. If he can keep it round the outside into turn 1, though, he will be able to get the inside into turn 2. Let's see if he can do it. They're both turning in. Oh, a bit of contact there between them. They're both still on track, however, so they are still both okay. And again, another bit of contact, but this is just how close these guys are. Both of them are still okay. Few little racing incident there, but it's still going. And Grim is now getting another tow as he's going down the Curva Grande here into the chicane at 4 and 5. Let's see if he can do anything on the brakes here. He's definitely going to want to outbrake Tom here. Both of them get on the brakes. Grim goes a little bit earlier, and you can see that's put Tom ahead. Tom is still in 6th place right now. Grim down in 7th. They make it through the second chicane. They're coming up to the Lesmos now. No place to overtake around the Lesmos unless you want to dive down the inside and push your opponent wide. I know these guys are clean, so they're not going to want to do that. It's still currently Tom leading Grim. Now, Grim is currently got a battle from Bagpuss behind. Bagpuss is actually closer to Grim than Grim is to Tom. Looks like Tom is looking at a nice P6 here, actually. Grim has got a tow, but he's not. He's gaining, but just not enough. He's going to want to stay within 5/10 on the back straight. Castle is currently down in last place, I believe. I'm going to stick with these guys for now, because I've got a feeling this is going to come alive on this next straight. Excuse me, a bit of a hiccup there. Tom, he's dropped back a bit too much, and he's got a half a second penalty. We've got Andrew Cooper saying that Vilsec brakes at 180 metres. I'll definitely watch the replay again, but this is getting a lot of attention from the guys in the stream. I'll watch the replay after we see if anything comes of this battle. Laugh Sesh asking me to drink water. It was just a... It was more of a burp than a hiccup, Laugh Sesh. I just didn't want to say it on the stream. Right, let's jump back down to Vilsec and let's see where he broke, because you guys are requesting it, so I'm going to deliver. Now, we'll ride on board with Jan, just so we can see where Vilsec breaks. Now, look, the 200 metre board's there, the 150's there. He broke after the 150. That's very clear. I'll play it one more time, but that's it, because we want to get back to the race here. Now, let me quickly jump back to Vilsec and see. So, Vilsec's in 2nd place. Look at the break. It's around 120. Around 125. Right, back to the race now. No more replays, guys. We need to keep focused on 1st place. He's 15 seconds ahead right now as he's coming up to start his final lap around the Parabolica. He's had a solid race. He's got a lot of tyre wear currently, but he's managed to pull away from Jan 15 seconds. Vilsec has still got flashing back rear bumper, guys. I think hardcore damage is on. Surely. Why isn't his damage clearing? I don't know. He's got Harley chasing him down as well. Harley's actually gaining on him. Look at the gap come down. 2.4, 2.3, 2.2, 2.01. He's coming down. Vilsec could be in trouble here if he carries on like this. Harley could move up to 4th place. I'm sure the Rod and Pollux fans are going to be very, very happy with that. Now, Jan started his final lap as well. Oof, getting a little bit of oversteer out of that corner there. He's got a 2nd penalty as well that he's going to have to serve at some point. He's still got front bumper damage actually, but he's still managing to stay ahead of Lika right now as well. So Jan is actually doing a really nice job in terms of his outright pace, even with damage on his car. Well done, Jan. Moving down to 6th place, Tom is still fending off Grim. Grim's actually dropped back a little bit here. Harley's going to get a solid P5. Can Bagpuss make a move on Ash though? He might be able to. Look how close they are. He might just be able to. Right, I'll keep an eye on this gap for now and see what's going to come of it. There's a lot of points here. There's a difference between 2 and 4 points that these guys are going to want. Bagpuss has been engaged in battles all race. He did that one-stop strategy, but look at his tyre wear. I'm sure his tyre wear is going to be worse than Ash. He's gone around the outside. No, surely not. Oh, I was going to say, that was a bit ambitious from Bagpuss there, but he's dropped back a little bit now, and that's going to affect his run-up to the final corner. But here comes Racer Tay. He started at the back. He's moved his way all the way up into first, and I think from lap 7 or 8 onwards, maybe around 9, he's led every single lap of this race. So, well done, Racer Tay. Another solid performance from you. I'm sure Iceman Kimmy is going to be turning over right now. The fact that you're going to be pulling away from the driver standings in P2. Well done, Racer Tay. Next up, it's going to be Jan. His return to GTS has seen him secure a P2, but that is under investigation, of course, because of that incident with him and Vilsek into turn 1. But nonetheless, a really, really solid drive for Jan right there. Good job. Next up, it's going to be Lika in that Spinorama car, finishing off the podium. 100th finish for Lika. Well done. And next up, it's going to be Vilsek. Look at that. Harley was just 1.6 seconds behind in the end as Vilsek comes across the line in P4. Well done, Vilsek. Harley finishes in P5. Tom, a D2 driver, finishing in P6, reserving for Iceman Kimmy there. Congratulations, Tom. What a drive from you. Next up, it's going to be that Rod and Pollux car of Grim, and after that, it's going to be the Rod and Pollux of Ash Wilson. Bravo, guys. Bravo. 7th and 8th for you. Good job. Next up, it's going to be Bagpush finishing in 9th place. He couldn't make that move on Ash in the end. And finally, it's going to be Astro in that race, struggling Raven West car with struggling top speed in 10th place. Then it's going to be Martin crossing the line. Mary coming around the Parabolica now. He's still got 7. Oh, he's going to serve all his penalty before the end. Make sure it doesn't show on the final standings. Save some face. And here he comes across the line in 12th place. It's Mary's return as well. He's had a bit of a difficult race. He's usually on pace within the top 6 or 7. But today is his first race back, so well done. 13th place is going to be AJ, who's tank slapping his car as he's coming through the final corner. And Platypus has hit the wall. He's not moving. This is sad. Where's Castle? Castle is coming around the Parabolica now. I'm not sure why Platypus isn't finishing. Maybe his controller's died or something like that. No, they definitely weren't lit up before the 150. You've got to let this go, Andrew Cooper. They were not. Right. We're still waiting for Platypus to finish. What is going on? Oh, Platypus is... Oh, they're all leaving. Okay, fair enough. That means Platypus is going to get P1. No, I kid, of course. That's the race over. He must have had some controller issues or something. So, guys, very, very much thanks from our side for tuning in. It's been an absolute spectacle to watch. Just to let you know, it was Racer Tay who won the Who's Gonna Win challenge. He got the most votes, 100% of the votes, and of course he did pull through. So you guys must be clairvoyant. Thanks very much for tuning in, and we're going to see you for the D2 race where Astro, Mick and Ash are going to be commentating. That's always a great pleasure to watch, so make sure you tune in. It's going to be streamed live on Twitch, actually, so you'll have to switch over to Online Formula Racing's Twitch channel. Remember that in just under a week's time on Friday night, we're going to be launching our very first podcast, so make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be great fun. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good day.